You think Japanese equities right now look very compelling versus the rest of the world. Is it the Buffett effect?
Well, so yeah, hopefully Mr. Buffett will have a more positive influence going forward. But if you look at the economy, I think the current expansive monetary policy is one reason to be optimistic about the market going forward. And number two, large base salary increases won by labor unions across Japan during the latest spring wage negotiation season. And then thirdly, strong recovery in inbound tourist numbers. I think these factors should underpin the Japanese economy.
Masa, I've got to ask you about Seven & I because, you know, the stoush continues between Value Act and some of the other activists versus the Seven & I board who are basically telling them to leave us alone, we're going to handle the strategic review. In your view, though, is now the time to be investing in Seven & I? Because I would imagine, considering all of the activist campaigns in the past, eventually we are going to see the 7-Eleven chain being perhaps spun off or sold or however it has to go in order to capture that value.
Well, I think with or without Value Act's proposal, I think Seven & I has long runway for growth because their 7-Eleven business in the U.S., the market is still very much fragmented, and they have number one market share with about 9%. And so I think there's significant scope for them to increase the number of stores organically and also inorganically. And we don't want to say at this moment whether we're going to support Value Act or not. But I do think that there's still improvement for Seven & I to streamline the group structure. That's for sure.
Right. You also like financials. Is it really the trading houses that Mr. Buffett has invested in, or is it a broader basket of financials that you like, the bigger banks?
Well, I think investing in banking stocks is one way to hedge against the potential rate hikes in Japan. In terms of trading houses, we've been owning Mitsubishi Corporation for a very long time. And obviously, as you said, the stock gained a lot of attention as Mr. Buffett took a large position in the company a couple of years ago. I do think that these trading companies are still very attractive in terms of valuations and also, again, the growth runway. The history goes back to pre-World War time. Initially, trading companies were just helping import and export for Japanese companies, but over the years, they transformed into trading investment houses. And so they have the balance sheet represents a unique collection of operating assets as well as investment securities.